had it in me. I never had that passion in me that, I'm gonna score good marks, I'm gonna grow and do engineering. That's what happens, guys, right? And I want to ask you this question right away. If you are a parent, do you do that to your kids also till date? Because my story is as old as 37 years.
This year, we are introducing a new segment, Vocal for Local, to provide a budding local personality a platform to express themselves in front of an audience like yours. So here we welcome Mr. Vishal Manocha.
Groom to the next version of you. That's the topic we're going to talk about. What does this mean? What is this word grooming? This is basically divided into two components. The first one is internal grooming and the second one is external grooming. Internal grooming is all about your confidence, your body language, and how do you carry yourself. External grooming is your appearance and how do you look when you go out. Are you wearing some stunning clothes which appear good on your body? Are they tailor-fitted? Are they made as per your body? So that's what grooming is, just for your understanding. Now let me just tell you something about me, my story, right? So I used to be a person who lived for almost 15 years of my life in a very small town which is Mubarakpur in Punjab. Now this small town always challenged me on certain things. The first thing which I got challenged was I was never ever a good scorer. I was never able to score good marks, right? And my parents always asked me this question, Vishal, if you're not able to score good marks, how would you survive? This is a competitive world. Until the time you score good marks, how would you get into an engineering college? Now imagine someone who is like just 10, 12 years of age and their parents, because they themselves have been engineers, they feel that their son or their daughter should also be an engineer. Right? So that question always used to hit me that if I can't score good marks, I can't be an engineer, and that's what came from my parents. But let me tell you, that was not the problem, that was not the issue, which was gonna stop me from moving forward. My parents, in fact, took a call that we will move out from this place, which is Mubarakpur, and we will move to a bigger town, which is Panchkula. Over here, then we think that Vishal would definitely improvise in his life and he would score good marks because he'll get a good environment. No, but let me tell you, this was never gonna happen because I never had it in me. I never had that passion in me that, I'm gonna score good marks, I'm gonna grow and do engineering. That's what happens, guys, right? And I want to ask you this question right away. If you are a parent, do you do that to your kids also till date? Because my story is as old as 37 years. But if you're doing it right away also, that you're allowing your kids not to do what they want to do, but to follow something which is not their passion. It is very important that you allow them to do something which they want to do and do with their passion, what they love doing on daily basis. Right? Now, the next thing, when I moved forward, I looked into my story and I said that, now I need to change this. And how do I change this? Probably, let me not do the engineering. Let me just tell my parents that I don't want to go this route. But my father said, Vishal, you don't have a choice. Even though you're not scoring good marks, I can tell you in 10th, I scored only 60% marks. And my father still said, you have to go and do an engineering. I said, how would I do an engineering? I don't have those grades, those marks, which will allow me to get into a good engineering college. Now, my father just said that you have to go and do a 3-year diploma. I asked my father that, is this the only thing? Is this the only option I have? He said, that's what I did, Vishal. And that's what I would suggest you to go and do. I said that when I'm not able to score good marks and when I'm not able to pursue what I wanted to pursue in my life, then why are you holding me back and saying that go and do 3-year diploma? Of course you did it, but that's not my passion. And then here comes the question to each of you, that if your kids do not right now even feel that this is something which we want to do, but we still continue to live the same kind of a life and we allow our children to also go and do something which is not their cup of coffee. If they do something which is their passion, if they do something which they really want to do, I think that can bring a massive change in society. And that's what can make this earth a beautiful planet, right? Now, let me continue with my story. From here, when I moved to a 3-year diploma, because I was not left with any choice, I started scoring good marks. To your surprise, a guy who was a mediocre guy and could not score even 60% marks in his 10th was able to start scoring good marks in the 3-year diploma. You know why? Because that environment was like that. There were all the mediocre students in that 3-year diploma, out of which I started shining. Isn't that shocking? And that's where my father said, now after this, Vishal, you got to go and do a BTech, which is like 2nd year direct admission to a BTech. And to your surprise, I come back to where I was. I come back to a college called Chukmari in Dehradun. Would you be shocked to hear this, that a person who is not willing to do engineering is being asked to do a double engineering? Now, here again, because I already read these subjects, I was able to score almost 80% marks, but that doesn't make any sense because I was not pursuing my passion. After this, I got a job in Sonalika Tractors, spent about 8 months over there, where I found my mentor. And that person said, Vishal, you are not made for this. Let me speak to your father and tell him that send him to a place where he can groom himself, where he can bring his next version. And my father actually agrees to make a payment for an MBA, which is 4 lakh rupees, and I moved to Delhi NCR, where the fishes were. Where I actually wanted to learn all these skills, which is to do with your personality development, which is to do with your grooming, both internal and external. Do not forget this. I started with this. Internal grooming and external grooming is what can change your life. After completing my MBA, I was once again caught up in a situation where I was not able to get placed in the first organization, which was TVS Motors. And this was a golden opportunity, but I missed it because still I was not sharpened enough to go and deliver the best of the thing, right? Group discussions, debates, and then one after another, 5 rounds of interview, all that kind of started putting pressure on me. This is what the system is, and that's what I am asking everyone here. Would you not want your kids, or maybe you yourself, that you are well prepared for all these things at the start of your career? When my father was asking me to go and do engineering, double engineering, at that moment, if I could have gone and done this, it would have changed my life, right? Now, after completing this 2009 recession period, Philips as the next organization after TVS Motor comes in, and I get a chance over there. Probably I was the only second guy to get placed in Philips out of a batch of 600 students. Wasn't that something, which kind of gave me that power which I was looking for, the backing which I was looking for? Yes, it brought that change in my life. And 7 years spent in Philips, that was the golden part of my life where I felt that I was moving to the next version. There were people around me who were telling me that what do you need to change to become a good public speaker? What do you need to change so that your body language looks very different? How can you change your tonality? All these are the 21st century vitally moving skills which one needs to adopt, right? Immediately after completing this, I got a chance to meet one of the directors of organization, which is Evels India. Now this is an Indian organization, but then I got a chance to kind of increase my skills further over there because I was supposed to create a category for them, which was personal grooming. Starting from shavers, trimmers, hair dryers to hair straighteners, I was able to develop that category from 0 to 100 crores. That just took me about 4 years, right? So this was giving me goosebumps. This was bringing my energy out, and that's where I found finally one of my mentors who said, can you build a business around your passion? Can you bring out something, which is like your baby, your child? And here I am today, founder of Vishal School of Grooming and an author of the book called Grooming the Next Version of You. If you have to bring your next version, please think through and go through my story and feel about it, that where did I kind of press the paddle to change my life? And I have these questions to ask to everyone when I get my mentees now in Vishal School.